Radio Shack? Okay.
What?
The 80s called.
Welcome to the CoCo Nation, the world's first live and interactive talk show featuring the Tandy color computer and its hardware cousins.
Hello, everybody. And that's the show for today. See you later.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, welcome to episode 301 of the CoCo Nation Show. Let's see. Let's see who we got with us today here. First up, we got Patrick Euland.
Howdy, folks.
And next up, yours truly. And we have Ken Waters over on the right-hand side.
Hello, everybody.
Okay. And next we got Sloopy Malibu.
Greetings.
And then we got the music man, Brian Shoebring.
Hello, hello, hello. I actually have to drop off at the moment. Something came up.
Okay.
So stop by, say hi, and bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Take care, guys. Sorry about dropping.
All right. Hit and run.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ron Delvaux.
Hey. Hopefully I don't have to leave either, but you never know.
Okay, as the board rearranges on me. Jason Reichard.
Hello. And welcome everyone to this week's meeting of the Diet Dr. Pepper Appreciation Society.
And last but not least, Alan Murphy.
It's so good to see Dr. Pepper and you. What's going to be?
You sound terrible.
I don't know
Alan.
what happened to your microphone.
Sounds like your mic went into your drink.
Into the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Sounds Diet Dr. Pepper-rific.
Okay, let's see. Well, we have no host topic, no news,
Okay.
not much of anything.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Oh, David Ladd blew out the mic.
I guess so.
Howdy, everyone.
I think it's a common occurrence for David Ladd to blow out the mic.
And we're going to leave that right where it sits.
Ooh.
Who's in chat?
Oh, I don't know. Is anybody in chat? Let's see.
Oh, I see Kevin Holloway, Tom Eric Gunderson, the mighty Mark Siegel, Rob
Right.
Inman, Sixty. Who else we got up in here?
La
George.
Coco Strandango.
The Le Coco
Strange-
Stringiato. Yeah.
There it is, Strandango. Hey, leave it to me to mangle a name.
Oh,
George Cuff. Hello. Let's see.
no grown-ups on the panel today. Exactly.
Yeah. This is what happens when we're left to our own devices.
That's right. All the adults have left.
Oh,
Wait, we had adults on this show?
They were trying.
in Welsh. All right. Yeah, lots of folks out there.
So what's the opposite of Adult Swim?
Treehouse?
Child sink.
Is this the meeting?
Is drowning.
This the meeting of the CoCo juvenile delinquents?
Mm-hmm.
It is
Yeah.
now.
Get your water wings out, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mark, do you feel this?
I don't know. Are we not meeting our Canadian
Like, what?
content requirement? we have one Canadian,
I'm
Right
here.
there.
So,
and we're meeting our Canadian content requirement right there.
yeah, so
There's a thing
we
for
meet
you.
the Canadian standards. So
We-
this show can be broadcast in Canada.
We have one Canadian, so we're not nationalists.
Let's see. Any project updates?
I got an acquisition.
Okay.
Go.
Show us your acquisition.
We're thirsty.
Geez, I didn't even make any co-hosts. Hang on.
I got a white box.
Ooh.
Delicious. Is the SD card full of stuff already?
No, I have not made an SD card for it because I'm a hardware guy, so I've already opened it.
And
Broke it.
tell us yes. Tell us the best part.
Yep, I've already opened it and broke it. And
True hardware guy.
yep,
Well, at least you're being thorough.
and I didn't even burn my hair.
So when it came to you, it didn't have bodge wires, did it?
Kludge wires.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't do bodge wires. I do
Oh.
kludge wires.
All right. Is it a different guy or what?
No, it's just that it seems that everyone that I've known that has gotten into hardware before about 2008 has called them kludge wires, and everyone who's gotten into hardware after 2008 seems to call them bodge wires. And that's what it looks like on the inside.
Where's the broke part?
Broke parts here on the case.
Oh, heck.
It's an open case. We're trying to find out the details.
Jeez.
But
Sloopy will crack the case.
yes, I did. And I'm sure there's some people know what this is, and there's probably some people that are wondering, what is that? And what this is an MCX 32. It is a cartridge that goes on the MC10. And if you want any more details on it, ask Ken, because I just know that I wanted one.
SD card in it. It supports the MC protocol to either the MC server program or Mikey's Pi drive wire. And MC works kind of like DriveWire does, but you can do whole paths to things, and rather than just accessing disk images. So MCX Basic has been updated to 3.1 on the MCX 32 from the earlier version that was in the MCX 128. So it's not as much memory, but there wasn't a lot of programs that used the full 128 anyway. But you get the SD card and you get an updated MCX Basic in that particular cartridge that Sloopy has. So it's pretty
What
cool.
Alan said.
Thank you, Ken.
And just like the MCX 128, if you plug that into the back of your MC10, it does also serve as a bookend, if you'd like.
It does help.
Actually, the 16K expander works for the bookend too.
Does that fit in the back of a Sinclair?
It just doesn't work.
If you press hard enough, yes.
So in the chat, Chris Duris, thank you. Me and names, we do not get along. He's asking if anybody's got a good pre-made SD cards for the MCX. Is there one on the archive like there is for the CoCo STC?
I believe you have to build it, don't you?
Honestly,
I haven't seen a pre-made one,
No.
but basically you just get Jim Gary's repo off of Git, clone it somewhere, and copy that onto the SD card, and you have everything.
Send me a CoCo 2 and I'll send you a card in the mail.
Don't you have enough of them already?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I have to find an SD card for it because I have
Question nowadays.
I have all micro SD cards. I mean,
Right. And
even
they're all
my-
like
even my
32
CoCo
gigs and
STC
stuff.
is a micro SD card.
you can get an adapter, but then the card's so big that what are you going to do with it? I need a 2 gig card. You can't get those.
And in the chat, Mark Overhosher checked in with us. He's on an airplane.
Oh,
Using his cell phone to see if it'll bring the plane down.
Mhm.
Oh, great.
He's leaving on a jet plane, everyone.
There's a
And
reason
Jim Rye has
why
joined us as well.
they have there's a reason why they have airplane modes on phones.
I tried that once. My phone did not fly. It fell right to the ground.
Yeah.
But a bump.
imagine that.
Why,
Whoever-
Jim? How you doing?
Not bad. How's things?
It'd be
Good so
better
far.
once we get through this fifth.
Of Jack.
Yeah, Jack,
Wow.
Crown, use anything
Ooh,
like that.
yeah, that sounds really good.
I prefer to go with Kraken Black.
So WeFax.
Yep. Well,
Oh, darn amount
Yeah.
of coffee.
Hey, WeFax just so you can drink. Gotcha.
That's why we put it in the ticker. Let's see. How about any other project updates?
I do have a question for the room here.
Okay.
So we've had bodge wires and kludge wires. What are these wires?
Oh, the little jump pegs.
Here's my latest project, and once again, it is hooked up to a bunch of test crap because it doesn't work right. But I had to actually go so far as to tack solder wires onto traces to get out to my sample tracer. So what do you call those wires?
jumpers.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, it's not
Tell
a
me
bodge
about
wire.
that multi-pack. I don't recognize it.
Oh, that's me. Because you can't buy a multi-pack anymore, I'm trying to quick make one until the Atmel chips come back.
Oh,
But it's not working
looks-
properly, and my latch doesn't latch for
You
reasons.
probably talk to Ed Snyder. He has some experience.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a stupid error on my part. I just have to find out where it is.
Did you make smoke yet?
Not on this one.
No.
Oh,
On
I
other
was
ones.
I was noticing that somebody posted up on the archive the algorithms for the PAL.
Yeah. What's the guy? Pedro. The guy that's on his Jesus. My name recognition is horrible. The guy on the boat right now, Pedro Pena.
Okay.
He did the a multi-pack project. It's free. You know, the eagle and everything's on his
Okay.
on the Q-Band Coffee GitHub site, and you can make your own multi-pack. I just wanted to make one cheap and quick, so if you need a multi-pack, you can get one.
Can you still get the PAL blanks?
This one's using a 16 V8 PAL to program it.
I was
Otherwise,
thinking of the dip pins, the dip versions.
the dip versions, you can use a 16 V8. It is general enough that it can be programmed to fit the socket that's on the tandy. So that will work fine. The 20 pin dip 16 V8 with the fuse map that's in the Q-Band Coffee thing will work. So you can upgrade your multi-pack from his fuse map and just plug it in. I've done it. It's cool. Because I burned up the PAL in my large multi-pack in that recent power supply escapade, and I had to upgrade a new PAL. And that's the one I used, and it worked just fine. So
Okay.
congratulations, folks. There, dead again. Anyway, that's what I did all week besides solder keyboards. There was a rumor I was out of keyboards, so
You got keyboards ready to go?
I made a pile of them. Yes. And I should have more, but FedEx really scrambled my order and turned my address into some kind of gibberish and tried to return my package to China. And it's been a great week. So that's what all my
Yeah, you only got a
other-
month and a half to get those keyboards ready for CoCo Fest.
Exactly. I've got the multi-pack, the keyboards, the CoCo needs work. I need to work on the www program. I need another couple of months before the
Okay.
couple of months.
Of more projects. Did you get a PM about the Melty keyboard for the Melty keyboard key fix?
Yes. I'm getting the last one that I don't have that I No, I don't have. Should be coming my way.
Another
Cool.
So that makes two kinds of melties, a chiclet, and 2 full travels. And if there's a 6th kind of keyboard, someone please let us know.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Ken.
Yes.
Let's see. Shall we do some game on results?
I guess we could do some game on results.
Ooh, early.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me push the button.
That's what she said.
Welcome to the CoCo Nation Game On Challenge of the Week results video. This week we played Donkey Monkey, and we had 14 participants. Mark B with 2100, Ed Rhodes 3200, Sloopy Malibu 7500, Soundhead 7700, Pedro Pena 8600, Mr. Dave 6309 9700, Jim Rye 14,800, Canadian Retro Things 16,400, Rich N 19,500, Shenley 25,300, Buck Owens and L. Curtis Boyle were tied for 3rd place with 31,400. David Craker 33,600, and the number 1 score this week for Donkey Monkey was Brian Walsh with 1,001,800.
Wow.
Congratulations, Brian Walsh, and everybody else that played this week. We'll see you again next weekend.
That's someone with a lot of patience.
So
wow.
Yeah.
He didn't break a jillion.
He told, well, on the live show, he was saying that he played it for 9 hours over 3 days. So there's actually a spot in the game on the elevator screen where you can hide Luigi and you can sit there forever because there's no time limit. So you can just stick him there and go off and go to bed, get up the next day and continue playing. Which I am assuming the person in Rainbow January, what is that? That's January 1985, I think, had a score of 2,116,200. So I'm going to guess they used the trick of hiding, or they played it for like 18 to 20 hours straight.
Wow. But you see, everyone else in that list has already cracked 1 million.
Yeah. So once you figure out the game, it doesn't get any harder as it cycles through. So once you figure out how to beat the levels, it's pretty easy to just continue on.
Endurance. And if you can pause and cook at dinner and come back, you could just roll it as hard as you want. So at least they're plausible scores. Wow.
Yeah, definitely plausible scores.
It's neat that your yellow pen worked on the yellow background.
And let's see, I have a couple of reviews of the game here. One is from January 1983 of Rainbow. And basically this one just talks about how it's simpler to play, more suitable for younger children, even though I did find it quite frustrating to play at the beginning. Mario moves faster. They did actually misname him there because in the instructions, they call him Luigi. But this reviewer just went with Mario because that's in the original Donkey Kong. And this guy complained about the music interlude between the screens, that it was just a little bit too long. especially since apparently in the test copy that was given out at the beginning, you couldn't skip the music. So he said it was kind of driving him a little nuts that you had to sit through the entire musical thing every time. And then we have Color Computer News from March of 1983. Basically saying that this is an easier version of Donkey Kong and recommends it to occasional players who don't want to feel the original gut-rending frustration of the difficulty of it. And he does point out that he's called Luigi in this game. And also thought that the music initially was cute, but tended to wear on the nerves after a while, which I will completely agree with. And he gives you the little cheat here about how you can run and jump over the rivets on the rivet screens and pull back on the joystick so that you turn around in midair and go back to the point where you took off from, so you can trap the fireballs on the other side of the rivets. And apparently, didn't see anybody do it, but he said there's a bug that if you jump just right, you can jump right in front of the ape without dying. So that would
Definitely didn't see that.
No, I never saw that. I don't think anybody even tried it. I ran into the ape a lot and died, but
Yeah, they killed me quite a few times.
And then there's another bug on the elevator screen that you can jump from the top all the way down when the elevator car is on the bottom and survive if you jump just right. So I never saw anybody try that either. So
yeah, I think this guy was smoking something.
And after playing it for a while, it gets to the point where people can easily tie up the game for quite some time, especially his kids, talks about. And everybody began to outgrow the program after just a few hours of playing, once they basically figured out the ways to beat each screen. And those were the reviews I could find. So, does anybody have any tips or tricks for this game that they discovered? Anybody? Bueller?
I know how to die.
Be very patient.
Hit right on the scoreboard.
In the first in the rivet level, the only real thing that I could come up with was complete the board as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Try and trap all the fireballs on the sides, and then you can stay in the middle and you can do that little jumping and then turning around in midair thing to make sure you stay in the middle and the fireballs stay on the outside. And then on the elevator screen, you actually don't need to collect any of the stuff along the side. You can just run up and complete the screen quickly.
Yeah,
jump over a couple barrels and get off of it.
But don't you get good points for those things?
It's a risk reward thing. I don't think the points are really worth the reward. You just get a couple 100 points for each of them, which is basically the same amount you get for jumping over a couple of barrels. So.
Was there a bonus for finishing each board? I forget.
No, I don't think so. I think you get the most points are to be gained on the rivets screen, where if you capture the fireballs on the sides, you can grab the fire extinguisher and run right over to where an open rivet is and just spray them on the other side and kill them all.
Oh, okay.
That's probably the quickest way to gain some points.
Yeah, but just be careful because
don't get too close because it's easy to fall.
Yeah, the fire extinguisher. If the fire extinguisher goes over the hole of the rivet, then you fall down.
Yep. Because apparently it's a really heavy fire extinguisher and Luigi just tips down through the hole.
Yeah, it evidently has a little strut on a wheel in front of it that holds the front end of it. And as soon as that wheel goes over the hole, it pulls you right down.
It's a fire extinguisher in a wheelbarrow.
Is that why I kept dying?
Yep.
And the fire extinguisher also increases the size of your hitbox. So if the fireball hits the fire extinguisher, you die. Apparently, if they light the fire extinguisher on fire, it must explode in your face and kill you.
Yeah, the fire extinguisher was made in the UK. And just so you know, all those people from the UK that were offended by that, that wasn't an insult to the UK. That was a callback to the IT crowd.
I guess I'll just put this fire over next to the other fire.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So, yeah, Donkey Monkey, it says it's better for younger kids, but I don't know if it really is, because I found it to be quite a frustrating game.
Well, it's kids younger than us.
Yeah.
Might be good for punishing your kids.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna play Donkey Monkey for 2 hours.
No.
But I don't want to play just one game, Daddy.
But yeah, I guess for once you figure it out, it's not a hard game. It's not nearly as frustrating. Just to know that you got to know that the fireballs are relentless and they will just come straight for you.
And they're not easy to jump over.
How does it compare to other Donkey Kong clones?
It's definitely not nearly as true to the other Donkey Kong clones, because it does mix up the second screen there. I mean, the rivet screen's pretty much the same, except you actually have a lot more fireballs on the screen than other versions. Usually I think there's just 4, and this one you get 6.
And there's only 2 screens.
Yeah, and there's only 2 screens, so.
Yeah, because it seems way different than that one made by Sockmaster.
Well, that would be because the one made by Sockmaster is the real arcade game.
Well, still, it's way different than that one.
It is.
So.
And then the other game that we were playing was Popstar Pilot, which this was the first week for that. So we got one more week of Popstar Pilot. And so.
Yay.
Does anybody have anything to say about Popstar Pilot? Read the instructions so you know what each of the balloons do.
Yeah, it's complicated. I enjoy the game. It's a fun game.
Yep.
And
is so good.
We got to talk to the guy who made that game and see if he can add some landing gear for the plane.
Yeah. Pop as many green balloons as you can.
Yeah.
Green balloons.
Yes, that's it, Sloopy. Just so that they can't get as good of a score.
You want to avoid the red and the white. Avoid the red and the white. Pop all the green ones.
Well, yeah, that sounds about right.
Or read the instructions. And then you'll know that Sloopy's full of it.
You don't say.
Instructions? Who reads those?
Oh, right. Well, I guess, does anybody have tips or tricks other than read the instructions on Popstar Pilot and don't try to land your plane because you've got no landing gear?
Don't
shoot
die.
the little sign so you don't have to go back to the very beginning every time you die. That's how you get your checkpoints.
Wait, you can actually, there's signs that you can get to?
Yeah, I learned that from Curtis.
I even heard that there was more than one level.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, and to get to the last level, you have to collect 25 coins. I don't know how you collect coins or anything, or
you shoot them.
How many levels there are, but
there's 5 levels, and the coins appear throughout the levels to be one of the things you can shoot. And watch your fuel gauge. You have to shoot fuel barrels to get fuel.
Oh, if you see a little heart, that's a free life, but you have to shoot it. Don't try to pick it up. I learned that the hard
way. Yeah.
That's why we need the landing gear, because you're not supposed to shoot the fuel. You need to load the fuel.
Somehow when you shoot it, though, it explodes and lands perfectly in your gas tank.
And for those of you that are incapable of reading or blind or whatever, this coming Thursday at 8:30 p.m., we will have a dramatic reading of the instructions for Popstar Pilot by our very own Mark B.
We will?
Yes, we will.
Yes.
Okay.
And all the mispronunciations.
Load the PDF up, Mark.
It may be it may be a real Mark B, or it may be a real faux Mark B, but it will be a Mark B of some type.
All right.
Yeah, as long as there's words that are mispronounced, we'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a
Well, it's
few.
all written in Australian, so
Yeah.
Oh, crikey. Well, you're going to have to hold the book upside down then.
Oh, then Jason, you're gonna have to be there because from what I understand, your Australian translations are pretty good.
I just spin it around.
Oh,
all right, Sloopy, shall we talk about the live show that we had this week? Well, I saw some footage from it.
yes, you can.
Okay. You can talk about it. I'll show the
You can
footage.
talk about it all you want,
How about you talk about it? There we go.
if I must. Jason's making a mess.
He just got hit by his ukulele.
Yeah. Yeah. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, how about we just rename you El Kabong? So here we are playing our games. Well, some of us. We had a pretty good turnout. We had up to 6 people playing. Not all at once. 5 people playing at once, but 6 people total came to play. And fun was had by some people. Not anyone here, but somewhere else, somewhere in the world, someone was having fun.
Fun was had by the people that didn't play Donkey Monkey.
Right. And
that goes without saying.
I learned a lot of new words by all the people playing Donkey Monkey, especially the Canadians. Wow, I did not know that they could come up with some serious words.
Didn't know they had that many words in their language.
Yeah, I thought it was like Hawaiian, where they only have 12 letters in their whole alphabet. So the Canadians really came through, and it was quite impressive.
But they have 27 words for maple syrup.
27.
Are you kidding? We have like 172 words for maple syrup.
There's more than 27. 27 commonly used. Then another 100 variations by region.
So at what point are the balloons shooting back at you?
They
Oh,
aren't.
don't give him ideas.
Yeah, don't give him ideas.
But they're very solid balloons, and they can take your airplane down if you hit one.
Yeah. And they are as big as your
This is
airplane.
like that. Are there any of those Australian spy balloons then?
They
You
must
have to
all be
shoot down.
Australian spy
They will
balloons.
be.
Definitely not cheap Chinese ones. So, but yes, it was a pretty enjoyable game. We had a few people that were able to score pretty well on Donkey Monkey, especially that Brian Walsh guy that I heard got a high score that's obscene. He scored, I think, like 70 or 80,000 on the show. And he also only played one game during the entire show, whereas the rest of us played many. So I suggest everyone come and join us next week on the show and play, where we'll be playing Popstar Pilot again, which is a pretty fun game. And we will be playing.
Well, we also might have a drop in from the author of Popstar Pilot.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's going to try and drop in, but he usually does try to drop in.
Yeah.
Crikey.
And you missed your cue. You were supposed to say,
Oh,
another great CoCo game.
oh, yeah, sure. It's another great Dragon 32 game.
Oh, cool. Now we know more stuff. Burn the witch. Why are we burning the witch?
That would be you, because you showed a Commodore mug on the stream.
Oh, that's from the stream.
Okay, well,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You had to be there.
you showed a chicken lips glass on the stream, you witch.
Don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything.
There's proof on the stream.
That's crazy talk. It was edited.
Oh,
It was edited out.
Oh,
course.
is it a deep fake?
It's automatically anything that's where you show Commodore stuff is automatically edited out.
I was showing my MCX 32, and they edited a blasphemous glass into my hand. See, I was showing this. You see how it's like looks the same except for the glass? That's because they edited it in. Because some of those video editor type people, I'm not naming
Yeah,
names,
GPT is out of control.
but his initials are Ken Waters.
Yeah, it was ChatGPT.
Yeah.
That's a good excuse. Thank you, Alan.
Yeah. Bing Sydney has gone completely crazy and is now merging results from the search.
So, all right, back to you, Ken.
All right. Well, how about we take a look at what we are going to be playing next week?
And I don't think we're going to get it because Curtis isn't here to guess for us.
I'm not sure a lot of people will recognize the game.
Kieran will.
Okay, so first off, we are playing Popstar Pilot for one more week.
Oh,
So
that wasn't
no,
the guess. That
that's
was easy.
that's not a guess.
That would be easy. That would have been easy. The name's right there. I I got it.
I think I know what it is.
And this is our game for the next 2 weeks.
Oh,
It
almost looks like Xevious.
It's called Region Epsilon.
Yeah, it's kind of similar.
Planet
that's it.
Giotto. Planet Gelato.
So
Yeah,
that
never even
game,
seen
because
that.
Curtis isn't here to guess. I know right now Kieran is in the audience. Sixie is going, I know.
Rick's
Is,
trying to escape.
Getting away. Get him.
We are playing Lucifer's Kingdom.
Right.
Oh,
Now,
Never even heard of that.
there
one.
is a tape version of it on the archive, but it's a little hard to load because you can't have your disk drive or anything hooked up because it loads into the part where the DOS is added for the disk drive. So what Sixie has done is he's made a disk version of it, and I'll post that in the Discord channel. I'll pin it in the channel so that you can get it from there. So yeah, then you can just load it like a normal disk. Or you can attempt to load it from the cassette file, which I never did get actually working. So
So is this a double speed poke game?
it runs pretty good as it is. So I don't know if you'd want to double speed poke it or whether it is already, maybe.
Okay, so it's shoot 'em up week. We got Popstar Pilot and a shoot 'em up called Lucifer's Kingdom.
Yes.
Nice. I'm gonna have to get out my Gamester for this one.
So all of you things that like blowing things up, there you go.
Yeah, I'm on call at work. I want to blow stuff up. Of course, they blow myself up, which is why I keep getting calls.
and where is the disc image?
I haven't posted it yet.
Oh, it's unlisted.
Well, it's actually, if you look through the conversation that I was having with Sixie in the general game posts, it's actually in there. But I'll put it in the Game On Challenge channel and post it there.
So is this an analog stick or a digital stick kind of game? Or keyboard?
I don't know. I was playing it with the deluxe on my CoCo 3, so I didn't try it with a digital. I guess somebody will have to test that out and find out.
We'll find out by Thursday. Oh, 60 says, interestingly, it shares a feature with Popstar Pilot too. You have to collect a certain amount of tokens or crystals to proceed from region to region.
I've never made it out of Region 1, so I did not know that.
You
Get a crystal, shoot the flashing C to uncover it, and then fly over it.
So it looks a little like Sinistar on that one.
I played it a bit, and it is hopefully people will find it a fun game. I know 60 has been after me for a while to get it onto the Game On Challenge, so here it is.
So is this your Donkey Monkey rebound game?
I'm hoping. So play this game, have a lot of fun, and forget about Donkey Monkey. And if people get as frustrated with this game as they were with Donkey Monkey, it's all 60's fault.
Oh. Run, 60.
See, you've been thrown under the bus.
Yeah, but he lives in Europe, so I think he doesn't have to worry about getting lynched at CoCo Fest.
So there he would have been thrown under the lorry.
Yes.
A route master.
No, it's a good game. I think people will have fun with it, and I think it's one that not a lot of people have played. So
They have those double-decker buses there, though. That's getting thrown under something serious.
we have those in Vancouver too. Well, in Victoria. All right. Well, that is that for the Game On challenge.
Rob Inman says, I'm starting a GoFundMe for Brian Walsh to pay for medical expenses associated with donkey monkey exposure. Nice.
Is there going to be a class action? Is it going to be like all those Camp Lejeune commercials I keep seeing?
Yeah. Oh, it's spam.
All right. I think maybe Mark B stepped away for a moment. So
Yeah, I'm here.
oh, okay. I was going to say I can just go straight on into the game on or the game news if you would like.
Let's take our PSA commercial break and then
Yes, so I can get
jump
coffee.
into that. Yep.
Cool.
The CoCo Nation Show is an unscripted, live, and interactive broadcast. Anything can and will happen. The views and opinions expressed by members of the panel and the live audience are their own, and not necessarily those of the CoCo Nation Show, its sponsors, affiliates, or subsidiaries. Open minds are encouraged, and a sense of humor is recommended. Thank you for being a part of the CoCo Nation.
The CoCo Nation Show would like to thank the following patrons: Alex Gayer, Brendan Donahue, Brian Weasler, Dinty's Hideaway, Don Barber, Eric Canales, Glenn Hewlett, Grant Leedy, Henry Strickland, Justin Larson, Ken Reichard, Mike Rayburn, Patrick Euland, Paul Fiscarelli, Paul Shoemaker, R. Allen Murphy, Retro Tech Time, Rob Inman, Rocky Hill, Steve Batson, Terry Steege, Tom C., Tom Gunderson, Tom S., Tony C., and William Athing. Thank you so much, patrons.
Welcome to everybody's favorite segment, Who's New to Discord?
Maiden Ariana says, my first name is actually Ariana. My retro collection includes an Apple IIe, an Atari 800 XL, a Commodore VIC-20, a 64K CoCo 2, Timex Sinclair 1000, Atari 2600, Sega Genesis, and a wall of PCs loaded with Windows, XP, 2000, 98 dual boot with DOS 6.22 etc., and a Roland sound canvas for MIDI music. I am looking for being more plugged into what is going on in the community and sharing in some of the wonderful projects people are doing. Interesting fact, I produce and host a weekly talk show for the PC game Star Citizen on Twitch. The previous bios were edited for time. Thanks to Boys in Tech, Cruisemongers, Glenside Computer Club, Nightbeard, Paul Fiscarelli, Paul Shoemaker, Tandy Color Computer 3, and the CoCo Nation patrons for boosting the server. Please consider joining Discord and visiting the welcome section to read these bios in full and see what the community has to offer. Just go to discord.thecoconation.com.
Because cocoing is better together.
Hi, I'm Terry Steege from Retro Tech Time and the Tandy Shack, and you're watching the CoCo Nation, the world's first live and interactive talk show featuring the Tandy Color Computer and its hardware cousins.
From the makers of the Switcheroo. Wallaby cable, Color Computer 3 dual RGB cable. Get yours today at cocoman.biz.
In 1988, a scandal rocked the color computer community.
Have you ever been a member of the Australian OS9 users group? Answer the question, Mr. Morentis. Crikey!
All right. Well, the other Canadian's not here, so I guess I have to do this. It's a short news thing on the Game On News tonight, or this afternoon, or this morning, or wherever you're living. Let's see here.
Your substitute Canadian.
Yep, that would be me.
Ken Waters.
Okay, share sound. Gotta make sure I do this properly.
News broadcast.
Okay, so our first story is, believe it or not, Jim Gary ported a game to the
Really? Did he?
No.
Oh, this is a first.
I know. I was shocked to find out this was first on the docket here. That this is a type-in basic program originally by Esteban V. Aguilar Jr., I guess is his name. Originally published in Compute magazine from June of 1983. And it was for the VIC-20. And this is called Hawkmen of Drindrin. And I'll just
Now,
play
can we
a
have
little
Mark
bit here.
Bosley pronounce those names, please?
Yes. So I don't know how the volume is coming through on this.
Fine.
We'll make it up in volume.
So you're the little Y up arrow there, and you've got to collect the O's on the ground and avoid getting hit by anything and shoot the X's, I guess is what you're doing in this game. And you've got a energy and score at the top. And yeah, so I have not seen I haven't seen the VIC-20 version of this, so I don't know how this is compared to that. But
it's kind of wild to get the wraparound screen on this.
Yeah,
I don't really see that on a lot of the basic type games, I guess.
So yeah, that was a new one by Jim Gary, and he also did a Jim Rummy for the MC10. Now, I don't know how to play Jim Rummy, so I don't know what's going on in this video at all. But for those of you that are interested in Jim Rummy, you can now play it on your MC10. This was originally by Manhattan Software in 1980 for the TRS-80 Model 1 and 3. So now you can play it on your MC10.
So is he getting these out of old magazines and transcoding them for the CoCo? Is that what's going on?
I guess he must be, yeah.
He gets them out of everywhere. He's found stuff off of the Internet Archive, magazines, old type-in books. There's one that he found just a GIF image of someone playing it on a machine in Japan, and he went and tracked down someone to translate the thing and figure out what the words that were in it were. Yeah, there's probably not an end of the internet he hasn't overturned the rock of looking for games to port.
Yeah, so he's often quite busy at doing this. So he has and for those of you like Sloopy that now have the MCX32 SD, you can put all of Jim's games on there and play them to your heart's content on real hardware.
We'll be expecting a report, Sloopy.
Yep. So our next story is Erico put up a video showing his work so far on a program that he wants to, I guess, whittle down to make a basic 10-liner for the basic 10-liner contest. Now, it's a game called It Came from the West, and the video, yeah, it's basically a zombie survival game.
We're looking at a top-down view of a city area. You are the orange dot by the side of the purple Ferrari, which is your car. The other red dots you see around are normal humans going about their business. And you have the buildings, and the white dots are entrances to those buildings. The green dude you see up there is a zombie. It's the kind of guy I have to run away from. So your mission is to go through 10 city areas, always following the road.
So is this also known as an evening downtown?
Good. You have P01, that's people.
Downtown Vancouver.
Together with you. And then you have S for supplies, that's your food. A is ammunition. And then you have K for master keys. And finally you have fuel, gas, right, for your car. These resources are not enough to actually go through 10 cities. We might have to go looting. So let's go.
So that's an interesting little thing. So when Curtis puts these up on the Discord, you can check this video out. He hasn't put up the links yet because, he's away today. So, but I'll be interested to see what he can do with this program to make it into a 10-liner. So
I'm guessing the music isn't part of it.
No, that's something from his video. But basically what you're doing is you're getting into your car, you're got to drive along the road, and all the little places where there's white dots, those are doors that you can go into and find supplies. So let's just move forward here a little bit. There.
Now before we leave this area, we might have time to take a look. First I'm gonna save this guy here. Yes. See, now I have.
So you can save people, the red ones, before they get turned into zombies and try to kill you.
Try to open this door.
So you go in through the doors and you can sometimes find stuff in them.
Supplies are very important. It's a good thing I'm racking them up right away. Okay, there's a chance I might be.
So it's a pretty interesting little low-res game there. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what he'll be able to do with it to make it into a 10-liner.
Right? That's a lot of stuff to pack into 10 lines.
Yeah. He'll have to do some sort of a cut down of it for sure. But yeah, it'll be, as I said, interesting. Actually, I'm kind of interested in just trying this game too.
If there is that.
And the next one is Chronologically Gaming has been busy this week with some CoCo stuff. And if you don't know who he is, he does a live Twitch stream every night, Monday through Friday, where he's covering games chronologically. And I believe right now he's in 1981. So he covered a few this week of the color computer, including
all right. Our next game
color
is
cubes.
Color Cubes for the TRS-80 color computer. This one is on cartridge.
So
Love those.
this was all in one night. He did color
Let's take a look
cubes.
at the box for color. And our next game is Color Invaders.
Color Invaders. I guess back in
Probably,
1981, they
All right, so Color
a lot of the
Invaders.
games were
It's gotta be
color
a Space
something.
Invaders. We have no other information besides this screenshot, so we're just gonna pop in and play. Let's see what Color Invaders is like on the CoCo.
So Color Invaders, of course, if you don't know, that's a
Get this guy at the top.
Space Invaders type game.
Oh,
And then
we're now
there's
going
Color
to
Space
Color
Invaders.
Space Invaders. Not the same game. Sound of computers, and it's only going to get more and more. The make sure.
So
Yeah, nothing from those.
that one, and then
The larger one as
followed
described
by Color
And
Space
we did play
Traders.
Cartels and
So he
Cutthroat,
did
which
4
was
games for
a
the color computer all in a
800
row.
The opening sequence. Okay, who's playing Space Traders? We'll do 2 people are playing Space Traders. What is your
And
name?
on another night of his broadcast, he covered one more color computer game.
Now going to the TRS-80.
That
Let's
was
check out
Conflict.
what's new on the CoCo. This is Conflict, and we don't have a lot of info for this one. You can see we only have a screenshot. So let's pop in and play some Conflict.
So a little screenshot from that game.
You did not control that colony. Continue. No. Well, I want to control it then. How do we distribute?
So
Let's
these are
try
all
attacking.
1981 games for the color computer. So it's interesting
colony
to
4.
watch his.
So I'm trying to attack.
It's interesting to watch his program because he does go through chronologically of everything, and he covers all of the games and the computer systems and arcades and everything from the time. So you really get to compare what came out on the CoCo to what came out on the Atari to what came out on the other systems, VIC-20 at the time. So, and that is all there is in the Game On news.
Okay.
Wakey, wakey.
Well,
It wasn't that long. You didn't have time to fall asleep.
How dare you interrupt nap time?
really. And now what?
No one to do the news.
I like how Eric Gunderson says that that game that Eric was working on is like The Last of Us for the CoCo.
Yeah, sadly, there was not even a news summary this week. So
Yeah. I could actually post this. I've got this news summary. I can post it in the Discord. So
Okay.
problem is, no one can fake Curtis's newscast because we don't even have a script.
yeah.
No talent, no script. What are we gonna do?
So we're carrying the news over till next week when Curtis will be back. So get ready for a good nap time next week.
Ken, didn't you do something good this week?
Oh yeah, I guess I did. I just give me a second to cue that up. No, talk amongst yourselves. I'm just loading something up here.
Because the podcast people are wondering, okay, did my computer break?
Yeah. Here, let's talk about my new project here.
Gotta wait for the ad to finish.
It's like my local radio station. They, for some reason, whoever runs their board has absolutely no sense of timing whatsoever. we either get overlapping items or 2 minutes of dead air before the top of the hour.
Okay, I'm ready to.
Like the CoCo, our show doesn't have a real time clock, so.
Right. You are correct, sir.
So I will just quickly share this news story with you that probably Curtis will cover again next week. But so I released a video this week that is basically an introduction to your Color Computer 3, showing around the outside of the computer, how it's different from the CoCo 1 and 2, and then showing the inside of the computer and
where the magic happens.
And different ways that you can hook this one up that are different from how you can hook up the CoCo 1 and 2 up to your TV sets, modern and whatnot, including somebody might know this product I was showing off in the video. It's a switchy Rui or something.
Something Australian.
Yeah, I think you get those from Australia.
Yeah. So
now, if only they could combine the two products together and have a Y cable on there as well as the switcheroo, all on the same cable. You know, an extra plug.
So there's that. And then I also was pointed out to me in my CoCo 1 and 2 video that one of the things I completely forgot about showing off for how to get games loaded onto your computer was game cartridges. So I had to pull out a few game cartridges to show off.
I think you have a nice collection.
Oh, that's not even half my collection.
Well, let me guess. It was Mr. Dave.
Interesting holder.
Yeah, that's it used to be when I had my coffee shop. It was a chocolate bar holder.
Yeah, Mr. Dave pointed out that slight.
Was it Mr. Dave that pointed that out?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to look back in the. I'd have to look back in the comments. But yeah, it was pointed out to me that I forgot that, so I included it in this video. So you can check that out on my YouTube channel, Canadian Retro Things.
This sounds like a big self-serving commercial.
Absolutely. if you're going to let me talk, I'm going to self-serve.
Go for it.
I don't know what you're talking about. CoComan.biz?
I don't know. Canadian Retro Things on YouTube.
Here at ComputerConnect.com, we would never do anything like that.
This hour's been brought to you by WeFax.
Oh, let's
Rick,
see.
You're next.
Don't forget to visit greaseweasel.
There's my drink. So in the chat, a couple things here on Coco Living is asking about running VCC on Linux using Wine. Sometimes the status bar at the bottom starts flickering. Actually, weren't we kind of seeing that same issue with the Popstar game on VCC? Or this is totally a different thing?
I think this is different. He's talking about the status bar at the bottom of VCC.
Yeah. Oh, when I'm on Linux, I don't use VCC. I use OVCC.
The question is, does VCC do that in Windows?
I don't think so. I've never seen
I've
it.
not noticed it.
I haven't noticed it.
Okay. And let's see. Dave and Sharon, how did you forget the cart? You almost lost a subscriber there.
I think I almost lost a couple.
Okay. Anything else going on? What are we going to do with the rest of the afternoon?
Can't believe there are no acquisitions.
I did have an acquisition.
Oh, we had
we
one,
did that.
but that's still.
And Ron hasn't even posted anything on Facebook to show us.
Been a slow week.
No Ron's Garage. What's going on?
No, you guys can go to my group there and
which
observe
one?
all the goodies, but not today on the show. I'm waiting for the landscaper to come. I have to tear out of here just as soon as he shows up. So I can't really do anything.
This week was Valentine's week.
Yeah.
Everyone had some other things that they had to do.
I got one of these, but it's pretty unrelated.
What is it?
It's a Nintendo Switch Lite. I was hoping to be able to.
I'm so sorry, Slippy.
I was hoping that we'd be able to run a CoCo emulator on it.
Right.
Oh,
but evidently it can't. I have to run this garbage.
well, you said you have a Nintendo Switch Lite. I have a Lite.
Actually, I've got two of them.
Wow.
I told my children that I wanted one, and my daughter gave me hers a while back, but I was talking to my son and I asked him for the Mario Kart 8, and he goes, "Oh, you can have my Switch also. I don't use it anymore." Well, okay.
Oh, and I guess also Buck Owens, sorry, Slippy, just wanted to point this out real quick while it's in my mind. Buck Owens was pointing out that right now over on the Amigos Retro Gaming channel, they are doing Amigathon for the Children's Network or Children's
well, that answers the
fundraiser.
question. That answers the question what we need to be doing the rest of the day.
There you go.
Then maybe we should have our Twitch viewers raid that channel.
Okay.
If anyone knows how to do that.
Right, that's the question.
Oh dear.
I don't know if we can do it when we're multi-streaming like this.
Sure, but only the Twitch viewers would go over there.
But somebody has to be right in the Twitch.
Yep.
Whoever signed in.
Yep.
And Terry is. We're not sure what he's doing.
I
muted.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I never know what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, you just caught us. We're about to actually probably end the show since
oh, it's everyone's
the news
favorite
was short
segment
today.
Everyone's favorite segment.
Well,
yeah.
look like one of our better shows.
Certainly concise.
Right to the point.
If we can say one thing about it, it was short.
Hey, we made it over an hour.
Well, let me
It just goes to show how much Curtis is part of the show.
Contribution.
Yeah, how much of this is Curtis's contribution?
If there was ever any question,
we used them heavily.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and run the outro.
I'm a little I was a little concerned that maybe FedEx and UPS were broken down. If Ryan didn't have a long, what do you call it, acquisition section.
Yeah. Brian's got his CDL now. He just goes and he just gets the big rig and go gets it.
All right.
All right. Let me run the outro then.
This concludes another episode of the CoCo Nation, the world's leading live interactive talk show featuring the Tandy Color Computer. For all things the CoCo Nation, visit us on the web at thecoconation.com. We'd love to hear from you. Send feedback, suggestions, even segments via email to show@thecoconation.com. The CoCo Nation Show would not exist without the community and its cast and crew. The CoCo Nation theme song, copyright 2022, D. Bruce Moore. Mixed, mastered, and produced by D. Bruce Moore. The CoCo Nation is over. Join us on the CoCo Discord server. CoCo forever.
Oh, well, that's about it. David Lord? Oh, just getting here? Well, you just got here in time for the outro.
Just in time to move the slider back an hour.
That's right. So don't forget Amigathon. That's probably where everyone ought to head over and have some fun.
Yeah, and anyone in Twitch, Amigos, let me spell it right, Amigos Retro Gaming. Anyone that's in the Twitch will automatically go there when we are done.
Ooh.
So
yeah, because I think we co-host them.
Well, no, I'm doing a raid into there. I think.
Okay.
We'll see if it works.
Yep.
See where we end up.
We may end up somewhere else. Who knows?
We may end up like a flower pot in a sperm whale.
We may end up just showing cat videos. We're not sure yet.
Yes. Amigos Retro Gaming. Okay.
So, anyways, bye everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.
5, 4,